started from the basic system of classification that we take into consideration, right? After that, we talk about some phylums as well, right? From Porifera till we talk about Annelida. Okay, you all remember that? You all remember all the characters? Okay, so for today's class, let's start with Arthropoda. Which one? Arthropoda. Let's start then. The word arthro, it means arthro means joints. Arthro means joints and poda means appendages. Okay, so the two word that is arthros. This is actually arthros. Arthros means joints and poda means appendages. So the phylum that is heavy, all the organism of the phylum is heavy, jointed appendages. What they are having? Jointed appendages. Okay. So let's talk about some characteristic features of this phylum Arthropoda. Okay. So the very first one is, जो कि पहले हम लोग बात करेंगे आर्थ्रोपोडा के बारे में. तो आर्थ्रोपोडा क्या होता है? वो फाइलम के सारे मेंबर्स जिसके appendages jointed, उसे हम लोग बोलेंगे आर्थ्रोपोडा. ओके, सो दिस इज द लार्जेस्ट फाइलम. क्या है ये? लार्जेस्ट फाइलम. The phylum is largest among all the phylum. Then 2/3, this is mentioned in your NCERT as well, that is 2/3 of all living organism that has the name are under this kingdom, under this phylum, under this phylum. तो क्या पढ़ा हमने कि जितने भी सारे ऑर्गेनिज्म हैं अर्थ में जितने भी सारे ऑर्गेनिज्म हैं जिनको आज तक नेम किया गया है, उनमें से 2/3 आर्थ्रोपोडा से ही है. ओके, समझ में आया? 2/3 of the living organism that has the name are under the phylum Arthropoda. फिर इसके बाद आता है एक और इंटरेस्टिंग फैक्ट, that is it has chitinous exoskeleton. इसके पास और एक फीचर होता है, जो कि होता है chitinous exoskeleton. यही वो रीजन है जो आर्थ्रोपोडा हर एक रीजन में पाया जाता है. कहीं पे भी तुम चले जाओ, वो टेरेस्ट्रियल हो, मेरीन हो, एक्वाटिक में, फ्रेश वाटर हो, मतलब कहीं पे भी तुम लोग चले जाओ, तुम लोग आर्थ्रोपोडा से मिलोगे ही मिलोगे. ठीक है, क्या रीजन है? बिकॉज इसके बॉडी के सरफेस के ऊपर एक प्रोटेक्टिव chitinous exoskeleton है that covers the body. ये बॉडी को कवर करते हैं. ठीक है, उसके बाद इसकी जो बॉडी है ना, मतलब इसकी जो मतलब आर्थ्रोपोडा की जो बॉडी है, द बॉडी इट इज डिवाइडेड इनटू 3 रीजन. that is head, abdomen and thorax. ये वाले सीरीज में होना चाहिए था. that is first head, then thorax and then abdomen. just for simple example मैं आपको बता देती हूँ कि सपोज ये हो गया body is segmented. The body is segmented and it is divided into head, thorax and abdomen. फिर आते हैं इसके habitat पर. Okay, let's talk about the habitat. So the habitat can be terrestrial, it can be terrestrial और it can be aquatic. अगर aquatic हुआ तो ये fresh water में भी मिल सकते हैं. It can be found in fresh water as well as it can be found in marine water as well. They can be fresh water living और they can be marine water living. तो अब तक हमने क्या बात किया कि जो appendices होते हैं वो jointed होते हैं, इसीलिए हम लोग इसको आर्थ्रोपोडा बोलते हैं. This is the largest phylum that includes insects. Okay, 2/3 of this living organism that has been named comes under this phylum only. The chitinous exoskeleton that covers the body and it is the protective covering also. The body is segmented, that is divided into head, thorax and abdomen. The habitat is terrestrial, aquatic. In aquatic also it can be fresh water and it can be marine water. Okay, so now let's talk about some general structure, like the general features of this kingdom. Some general characters. So the first one is level of organization. So you must have talked about the level of organization, what it means in the very beginning of this chapter, right? So the level of organization in case of arthropoda is the organ system level. So the level of organization is organ system level. That means the organs perform the body function. Okay, then let's come to the body plan. The body plan. Also, you must have talked about the body plan also, right? So the body plan is, it is a tube within a tube. That means, what it means? It means it has mouth and anus, two separate hole inside the body. Okay, it has both mouth and anus. Okay, then let's talk about the third one, symmetry. The body symmetry is, it is bilaterally symmetrical. Bilaterally symmetrical. Okay, you know about what is the bilaterally symmetrical? That means the body is divided into two equal halves and none of the part resembles the other, right? Okay, then the fourth one is coelom. It is true coelomate. True coelomate, or we can say eucoelomate, or also simply we can say coelomate. Just we have seen that there are three types of coelom like organization. That is, the first one is acoelomate condition, that is found in the porifera, then yes in Coelenterata, then in Ctenophora and also in Platyhelminthes. In case of Eschyhelminthes, we have seen the pseudocoelomate condition. That is not true, and that is, I mean to say that it is not a, but that is not a eucoelom condition. That is not true. I am not saying like that. Okay. The coelom, that is the true coelomate, that is found in Annelida onwards. We can see the true coelom. Okay. Then we can talk about the segmentation. Segmentation, it is metamerically segmented, right? Just we talk talk like the body is divided, only some like some phylum exhibit the I mean to say it is segmented, only some phylum just like Annelida and Arthropoda, they both are segmented, and here the body is segmented into head, thorax and abdomen, right? Okay, then comes the germ layer. Germ layer, that is, it is triploblastic. It is triploblastic. That means it has ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm. Okay, so these are the general characteristics of arthropoda. So let's talk about some physiological characteristics that is seen by arthropoda. Okay, let's talk about it. Okay, so by far, okay, let's recall this general characteristics also. So the level of organization is, it is organ system level of organization, body plane, it is cubidilative, then symmetry is bilaterally symmetrical, then the coelom is true coelomate, that is eucoelomate is present, then the segmentation is, it is metamerically segmented, and germ layer, it is triploblastic. Okay. Okay. So let's talk about some physiological characters. Okay. So first let's talk about the respiration. Okay. While talking about the respiration, Arthropoda, among all the phylum that has been mentioned in your NCERT, Arthropoda shows maximum diversity in case of respiration. It has also came in your exam in some previous NEET questions that the maximum type of respiration, the maximum type of respiratory organ is found in which phylum? It is found in phylum Arthropoda. Okay, so here the respiration can be through gills, it can be sent through book gills, book lungs, or it can be through tracheal system. It can be through tracheal system. So what is this book lungs and book gills? They are like क्या होता है ना इसमें जो गिल्स होते हैं वो पेजेस के लाइक होते हैं. They are like pages. So एक के ऊपर एक ऐसे स्टफ के फॉर्म में रह जाते हैं. जैसे कि see the picture here. These are the gills that are stuck one over the another, just like a book, just like a book. So this kind of lungs, it will be called as the book lungs, and it is gill, it will be called as the book gills. It is not mentioned in your book, but just for your information, I am sharing this, that book gills and this kind of structure will be called as the book lungs and book gills. Okay? Okay. So let's talk about the reproduction then. Reproduction. For the reproduction, Arthropoda unisexual. That means male and female or female like organisms are different. Okay. Okay. So also this so ovi, there are oviparous nature. That means egg laying. They are egg laying organism. Then let's talk about the development. Development can be direct or it can be indirect by the formation of intermediate larval stage. Okay, development can be direct or it can be indirect. It can be direct or indirect. Then excretion. How they excrete? They excrete through Malpighian tubule. They excrete through Malpighian tubule. We will talk about the Malpighian tubule and the tracheal system when we will talk about the cockroaches. Okay. Then circulation. The type of circulation they show is open circulation. So what happens in case of open circulation is, this is a blood vessel. It is carrying blood. Okay, see. This is a blood vessel that is carrying the blood. And what happens here? This cavity, it is called as the hemocoel. Okay. So all the blood that has been carried from the heart, this is the heart. This is heart, and they carry it from the heart and the pour here in the hemocoel. And all the organs, मतलब क्या होता है ना, समझाती हूँ कि ये हार्ट हो गया, इसमें से ब्लड आ रही है, जितने भी ऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड सपोज करके यहाँ से यहाँ आ रहे हैं, इधर से आ रहे हैं, ओके? तो ऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड इधर आके क्या करेंगे, वो डायरेक्टली ऑर्गन के ऊपर ही ऐसे बाथिंग मतलब क्या, नहाना, वो नहा लेते हैं ऑर्गन्स जितने भी होते हैं, एंड बाय वे दे एक्सचेंज द oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. Similarly, the nitrogen which is also released to the new blood, and it is again come back to the heart from this direction. Okay, but in case of this is the open type. This is the open type. What happens in case of the closed type? Suppose this is your heart. ये heart हो गया, इसमें से ब्लड आ रहा है, ये हो गए हमारे कैपिलरीज जो कि ब्लड को कैरी कर रहे हैं, ओके? और ये हो गया एक सेल, सपोज कर लो ये एक सेल हो गया, ये नीचे एक सेल है। तो क्या होगा जब भी हार्ट से ब्लड आएगा, इसमें से कहीं पे भी, मतलब ये क्लोज सर्किट, ये ओपन था, ये क्लोज है, तो यहाँ कहीं पे ब्लड रिलीज नहीं होगा, और डायरेक्टली उधर से ही ऑस्मोसिस होके जो भी एक्सचेंज होगा वो उधर ही एक्सचेंज हो जाएगा, और इधर से फिर ब्लड हार्ट की तरफ चला जाएगा। दिस इज कॉल्ड एज द क्लोज सर्कुलेशन। तो ये समझ में आया, ओपन सर्कुलेशन एंड क्लोज सर्कुलेशन। ओपन में क्या होगा, ये क्लोज नहीं होगा, मतलब इसमें गैप होगा। जब भी गैप होगा तो जितने भी ऑर्गन्स हैं वो डायरेक्टली गेट बाथ फ्रॉम दैट ब्लड and there will be exchange. But in case of closed circulation, there will be no opening. There is no opening. The circuit is all closed. Okay? Okay. So the circulation here is closed. Then fertilization. Fertilization इसमें जो होगा, that is internal fertilization. Fertilization is internal, that will take place inside the body itself. Okay, then we talk about the development. Then yes, let's talk about sensory organ. Yes, this is also another important point from this phylum. It can be it has come many times in the exam, and this time also it can be there. You can see questions from this topic also. Okay, the sensory organ is the only phylum that is having, like, from the cortex, the sensory system will be broadly present in all the phylum after the cortex, but this is the first time in sensory organ is introduced into a phylum. तो इधर क्या होता है, जो सेंसरी ऑर्गन फर्स्ट टाइम आर्थ्रोपोडा में ही मिला था। ओके, सो द सेंसरी ऑर्गन हियर इज, फर्स्ट तो हो गया हमारा आईज, देन हो गया हमारा एंटीना, एन बैलेंस प्रोवाइड करता है, इट प्रोवाइड बैलेंस, it provide balance to the arthropods. ओके, तो अभी इधर हम लोग क्या बात कर रहे थे, फिजियोलॉजिकल कैरेक्टर जिसमें रेस्पिरेशन हो गया, रेस्पिरेशन ऑकर्स थ्रू गिल्स, बुक लंग्स एंड ट्रैकियल सिस्टम। देन उसके बाद हो गया रिप्रोडक्शन, रिप्रोडक्शन इज बाय ओविपेरस एंड इट इज एग। फिर फर्टिलाइजेशन इनका इंटरनली होता है, डेवलपमेंट डायरेक्ट और इट कैन बी इनडायरेक्ट थ्रू द प्रेजेंस ऑफ लार्वा। ओके, उसके बाद फिर हो गया सर्कुलेशन, हियर ओपन सर्कुलेशन सिस्टम इज लाइक दिस, like there is no closed circuit, the blood will directly go into the cell, okay? Not into the cell, it will be bathed, the organs will be bathed, and this is the closed type of system. Okay, if the circuit is closed, it will be closed. It is found, the closed circulation system is found in where? In case of humans. To remember, this is found in case of humans, and this is an advanced mode of circulation system. Okay, then we talk about the sensory organ. What are the sensory organs that are present here? That is eyes, antennae and statocyst. So statocyst provide balance to the organism, to arthropoda. Okay, so all these are the physiological characters we have talked about, right? So let's talk about some examples. There are many examples that have been mentioned in your book also. Okay, so let's talk about some examples. There are some organisms, some arthropods that are economically important to us. Economically. So examples. The first example is Apis mellifera. Apis, that is honey bee, that gives us honey. Then the second one is Bombyx. It is the silkworm. This is the silkworm. Okay. Then there are many examples of arthropoda, like there is scorpion is there, prawn is there. Prawn you can eat, and like so many examples are there for arthropoda, but we are taking some important one. Okay. There is Leca. One example of arthropoda, that is Leca, that is also called as the leg one. Okay. Also the Anopheles mosquito, also the Aedes mosquito that causes dengue, Anopheles mosquito that causes malaria. Also they comes under the arthropoda. They act as a vector. They act as a vectors like Aedes, Anopheles, Culex, all that are arthropods. Then another example is like the gregarious pest. Gregarious pest. What is it? Locusta. Locusta, that we call as locust. आपने सुना ही होगा लोक्यूस्ट के बारे में, बीच बीच में ये झुंड में आते हैं और पूरा खेत बर्बाद करके चले जाते हैं. ओके, दिस gregarious pest Locusta is under the phylum Arthropoda. Also there is also another example, that is Limulus. What it is mean? Limulus, that means king crab. It is called as a living fossil. Okay, Limulus, it is a king crab. In common name it is called as a king crab. It is a living fossil. Okay, so these are the examples example of the arthropoda that are very important from your exam point of view, since it is all mentioned in your NCERT. Okay, so these are all about the phylum Arthropoda. So what we talk about? We talk about Arthropoda, that it is the largest phylum. 2/3 of the world earth organism that has been named comes under this phylum Arthropoda. Then we talk about the body is divided. The body is also protected by a chitinous exoskeleton. Okay. Then we talk about we talk about all the general characteristics. We also talk about the habitat. We talk about the general characteristic. We talk about the level of organization, how it is symmetrical or not, it is it has coelom or not, it is all that thing, it is segmented or not, all that we talk about in that section, in the general characteristics. Then we talk about the physiological characters here. These are the physiological characters, how it reproduces, how it respires, how the development is, how the excretion is, how the circulation, circulation, sensory organs are. Sensory organs are very important to you. Okay. Then also we talk about the open and closed type of circulation system. And at the end we talk about all the examples also. Okay. So this is all about your phylum Arthropoda. So just read it, and in case you have any doubt, you can talk to me. Okay. Okay. So this is all for today's class. Be prepared for Mollusca for our next class. Okay. Thank you.